Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Three-Way Podcast.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Three-way.
YOLO!
Once again, it is Aaron.
Innuendo.
Your name's not Innuendo.
Oh, Mike.
And Steve.
My name is an innuendo.
Well, yeah, your name is the same as a porn star, actually, a gay porn star.
Yes, it is. There's a gay porn star named Mike Branson.
I fucking know a star.
You know a gay porn star now.
Hey, fucking something at least.
He has a point.
Now I have a right to call you a faggot because you admitted to being a gay porn star.
No, I said a gay porn star has my name.
That's very vague. I could interpret it as you being that gay porn star with your name. Anyway, so, how you guys been doing this week? Good week? Bad week? Shitty week?
It's an alright week. You know, got back to work. Wasn't all that great, but wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
Yeah, I got back to work this week too. It wasn't...
Except for, you know, having like 6 hours of sleep or less. I mean, that's a pain in the ass. But whatever, you know. It's a day at work.
Yeah.
Other than that, just playing some games. Found a Flash game. It's called like Anti-Idle the game. But you spend a lot of your time just not... Like right now it's running and I'm still doing shit in the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing Skyrim, you know. Some more Payday.
Yeah. I went to the dentist today.
I went to the dentist yesterday. How ironic.
Yeah, I have my free cleaning.
Free cleaning? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did they find anything bad?
No, not this time.
That's good. How about you, Aaron? How was your dentist trip?
They say I'm improving my my skills on the brushing every day or every time I show up. So
Yeah. No, they say that to me every time too. It's probably just because right before you go to the dentist, you always brush your teeth.
Well, no.
And more than that, sometimes you brush it like twice, maybe 3 times if you're feeling up to it.
See, I've had this dentist since I was in high school, and I was back when I had braces. So clearly, I am improving because I started off really shitty with like braces, making it hard to brush my teeth, and now it's like, oh, now I can actually do it the right way.
See, I remember a couple times way back in middle school where I really didn't brush my teeth that often. I'd probably just do it, you know, whenever I'm like, I should brush my teeth. And then, you know, a month later, I'm like, I should brush my teeth again.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, I'd go to the dentist, or it's like, Mom's like, you have a dentist appointment, like, tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. Wake up in the morning, brush my teeth. Go to the dentist. Wow, you're doing good on your brushing.
Yeah. Thing was...
Like, see, I'd be fucking pissed if I knew you then, because they'd be like, oh, God, I gotta deal with your halitosis breath.
Yeah, fuck.
No, it's always good. Way back in the day, man. Remember, I had candy canes.
So that was in high school.
Yeah. But still, I don't know. It was always alright.
Nice. I kind of planned ahead. I kind of just started brushing my teeth like a week before the dentist appointment. Just to make it look like progress was being made. But no, they could tell.
See, they never told me. It's just, alright, you're doing good.
Well, the dentist is my fucking neighbor, dude. I babysat his kid.
Wow. So they just look over and see, oh, he's not brushing his teeth this morning.
They just call over.
Yeah, they recommend me flossing. I was like, how many times do you floss a week? I was like, well, maybe I could just start.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you recommend flossing, and it's like, I floss like twice ever. Alright, I'll floss. I've never had a cavity.
Fuck you.
I had a cavity in my baby tooth, and I lost it, so I have currently no cavities.
I never even had one in my baby teeth.
I hate you. I had 4 when when I finally went to the dentist. They took care of that. Then I had to get my wisdom teeth out. That was a pain.
Oh, I hate the wisdom teeth.
You know, everyone said that'd be bad. It wasn't actually that bad.
I kind of remember it.
See, it wasn't the getting them out that was bad. It was the aftermath, where it's like you can't really do much of anything because you
exactly.
The thing is, I didn't even have a problem afterward. My problem was only during it. When they're sitting there and just spending all that time, because they had to drill like one of my 2 teeth, and you're just sitting there and they just have this drill in your mouth going, and you know, you can smell it and hear it, and you're just like, that's in my mouth.
That's in my mouth.
That can't be good.
But I don't give a shit.
And you know, when they're injecting the shots, because they have that, like, gun, and they just jam it up your mouth, and they're like, let's inject, like, a liter of shit into the roof of your mouth. And you're just like, it's painful. And then afterwards, you're like, I don't feel a damn thing.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, after I got them taken out, whatever, I mean... And then, you know, there was like, have ice and all this other shit and pain pills. I'm like, nah.
We're getting really off track.
So this week I'm probably going to put images in the podcast, so I didn't last week because I was in a hurry to get everything out. Yeah. And I don't know what I'm going to put for this whole dentist discussion.
You're probably just going to put various teeth and whatnot.
Just
maybe I'll put images of like cartoon dentists or something just for the fun of it.
Although to continue the whole dentist track.
God damn it! No.
We're done.
We're done. We're done.
This is a gaming podcast. We're moving on to games.
Yeah.
So
I've been playing Ratchet and Clank, the HD collection on PS3. I've been just getting on that while playing my roots and everything.
Nice.
See, I played the first one, and I think I played some of the third.
And then we played an arcade one with Jay.
Like the third one, isn't that the one with the whip?
Up your arsenal.
I don't know. Just whichever one had the whip and leveling weapons. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah. I liked how you could level your weapons.
Yes, great transition from 1 to 2.
The arcade sucked.
Yeah, it did. I recently got Anarchy Reigns. I haven't played it yet because I've been busy with Skyrim and getting stuff organized. I'm going to try to play it tonight, tomorrow, or sometime over the weekend when I actually have more time. Looks cool. I think because I didn't pre-order it through like GameStop, I'm not going to get Bayonetta unless I buy the DLC separately, but Bayonetta's worth it. She's awesome, so I definitely pay for it.
Okay.
And, yeah. My games for the week.
Yeah.
So,
I already said mine. I'm gonna get back into some Left 4 Dead 2 here soon.
I might do that, because I've been listening to some music that reminds me of that, so...
For me, it's just like, I kind of felt like it. Now I downloaded like 6 to 8 new maps, so... Looking forward to playing those.
Yes, I went to Hy-Vee before I came here and got myself some chips.
Hy-Vee.
So, okay then. You're a fan of Pokemon, right?
Yes, I'm kind of curious what they're doing with the new X and Y.
Okay, so I was about to say that, because we're going to talk about it tomorrow on the news show, obviously, but we'll go ahead and mention it here because this comes out a day after the news show online. But,
I'll just stay out of this discussion, because I don't care.
Yeah, so Pokemon X and Y. For those who don't know, it's going to be the release on release coming up later this year in October, right?
Yeah, for the 5th generation.
6th generation.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. It's going to be worldwide release on the same day, so it's not going to be Japan first and everybody else, which I actually like, because I hate it when Japan gets the early issue. It's full of glitches, and they get rid of them all for everybody else. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm really excited about for this, because the starters don't get my attention. The 3D graphics, I'd rather see them on a console.
Don't give a shit.
They released the images and names for the title Pokemon. I looked at it, and I'm like, they look like the letters they're representing. I thought the Unknowns thing was that. And then so then I'm like, what, are we going to get some letters for, like, WTF? Because I'm fucking sick of this shit.
What if the entire Generation 6 was just Unknowns?
That would be retarded.
That would be... No, but what I'm kind of curious about is where they're going next. Because they've already, human emotions, creation, destruction, the birth of Pokemon, all that time and space. Where are they going to go? They already went for God.
There was a video I saw. There was actually a short video I saw on
Super
Newgrounds.
Nintendo. Yeah. Nintendo. Yeah. They did the exact same thing, and that's where I'm kind of curious where they're going to.
Yeah. Once you've made God, where the fuck do you go from there? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Generation 4 and everything before that. That's great. Generation 5 I played a little bit, and I know there are some fans out there who are gonna be like, "Oh, fuck you, man," but it didn't wow me. Like, the whole focus on narrative kind of pissed me off because while I like the idea of giving Pokemon a story. The reason I went to Pokemon all the time was because I got to go explore a big world and look for shit, and this game kind of kept pulling me away saying, hey, focus on our story, hey, pay attention to this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to go explore and get lost in a cave with a box of scraps and stuff like that.
But why don't you go play one of the older Pokemon games?
Because they keep making new ones. I want to see what they're going to have me experience in the new ones. And on top of that...
Well, what they're having you experience is the story.
On top of that, though, what bugs me is in the newest ones... Have you played Black and White at all?
No.
Okay. In Black and White, I didn't play much of because one thing that pissed me off was how they took the teeth out of the game. Like, in older games, they felt really challenging because they had some moments of tension. Like, for example, if you get your Pokemon poisoned, they take damage slowly as you go to the Pokemon Center, you're like, oh god, I gotta get there really fast, or I gotta get an antidote going. They don't do that in Generation 5. Poison doesn't hurt you outside of battle.
What? That's stupid.
I hate that because it's like, I get it's convenient, but it makes it less tense when that happens. Because it make, like, for example, going into those caves full of Zubats,
Oh god.
I'm like, fuck this noise. But in this game, it's like, we don't even get that. You know, there's no tension there. And on top of that, almost every route has someone who can heal you. You can walk to the person that's like, hey, you look like you're tired, you want to rest, and then and then you're good.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to go all the way to town now to get a Pokemon
That's
Center.
bullshit, because that was fucking vital.
Yeah, I mean, my thought is, like, I get this is Baby's first Pokemon here, but, you know, Baby's first Pokemon for me was fucking red, blue, and yellow.
Goddamn right.
And those games did not give you shit. You had to work hard for that stuff.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Now it's all focusing on, oh yeah, I need to get him a scarf. Oh, I need to give him the right behavior. No, fuck that. You know what? Earthquake everyone. That's how it fucking played.
And on top of that, I mean, I like the idea they did for the TMs in Generation 5 where they're reusable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I like the idea because it means that I don't have to hunt down for rare TMs anymore.
But at the same time...
that's what made the older games tougher, because it's like, now I have to...
You have one use and that's it. You better be sure to use that Pokemon the entire fucking game.
Yeah. I don't know, like, Gen 5 had its moments for me, but I just think it, like I said, it's not the Pokemon game that I remember. You know, it's just, like I said, it's all bark, no bite this time around.
Gotcha.
And I'm hoping 6 will
It's not.
fix some of that,
It's
but
not.
I don't think it will.
No.
You know, and that's why I'm not excited for it. Like, I'm not looking forward to seeing what it's going to do, but I'm having some big reservations on it being pretty shit.
Yeah. Oh well. Whatever.
Yeah.
I still have the blue version, so I'm good with that.
I still have Diamond, which is my favorite one. I like Diamond, so...
I have Diamond as well.
Diamond and Crystal, actually. Crystal is also pretty good from Gen 2.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 3 didn't resonate with me too well. I mean, it was alright, but not my favorite.
Nah. But no, I do love the hacks that I did in Diamond, where you can... I have the... I don't know what the fuck it's called. Game Shark thing for it.
Oh, Action Replay.
That's it. And you can catch other trainers' Pokemon.
Nice. So you pretty much make it Pokemon Coliseum.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, yeah, pretty much. I went to the Elite Four, of course. Stole the Infernape.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
That new Thunder Punch. Bred it, and I have like 6 Chimchars that know Thunder Punch.
You have to train me one of these because that is beautiful. That's the best.
Yes, I have about 6 Chimchars that know Thunder Punch. Right off the start.
Chimchar's a fire Pokemon, so
Yeah.
Thunder Punch is good.
Yes.
Kind of got it from the char in the name.
Well, I'm making sure you're up to speed because you're fucking retarded with Pokemon.
That's
So-
'cause I don't give a shit past Generation 2.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you're one of those Gen 1ers, and no one likes that.
I said past Generation 2.
But they've extended it to include Generation 2 fuckers, too, so...
Blaziken's still my favorite in Gen 2.
Actually, Blaziken's Gen 3. Typhlosion was Gen 1.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
right.
say I have no idea who the fuck Blaziken was. I've heard the name, but that's it.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
will give you credit, though. Generation 2 had the biggest game changers to the whole,
Oh,
you know,
God, yeah.
special attack and defense, steel and dark types, night and day. Like, they did
See,
so much...
I didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. I didn't give a shit about the stats. I'm like, this Pokemon looks cool, I'm using. Or, this Pokemon, his type is alright, and he doesn't look like a retard, I'm using.
See, at the time it came out, yeah, I was the same way. But, I mean, looking back on it, it is the big game changer for the series. Like, nothing else since then has really upped the game to that level, so...
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Like, I'd love a new type at some point.
Well, they're doing the Eevee Dragon.
They're finally getting that?
Yeah, Eevee Dragon and something else type for it.
You know what? Why not just have human-type Pokemon?
You said this before, and I think it's retarded.
That is really retarded. What is he gonna have, like, bitch slap?
No, it'll be a person. The person is the Pokemon.
That's fucking slavery, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, so we should probably move on from the Pokecast.
That's human cruelty, man.
Oh, okay,
And?
so more news. The Steam Box, they were talking about that this week at the Consumer Electronics Show. The official name that apparently they're giving for it is going to be called the Piston, if I remember correctly.
No, it was Bigfoot.
Piston is what they're calling the project overall, but they have 2 variations of it, Bigfoot and Littlefoot. Littlefoot's supposed to be like some sort of mobile version of it. I'm good. Bigfoot is obviously going to be the console version. For the most part. But yeah, that pretty much does what everyone says it's going to be doing. You know, use big picture mode. You can actually use it on, like, up to 8 screens. Yeah.
Eventually, that they're kind of working up to that, like it might be able to with advances in the GPU and whatnot.
And with the ability to host multiple players like that, I mean, you can have like eight player Left 4 Dead on one console potentially.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
One controller per screen. But you
Okay.
got to think, how expensive would that box then be? And you also have to have all of those monitors.
That's a lot.
Not many people have 8 fucking TVs they can just pull from other rooms.
Well, we have 3 plus 3 monitors, so we have 6. So we're most of the way there.
You deserve a chip.
I'm good for now.
It's taco.
I only know about 5. Because we have the 2 TVs, the 3 monitors.
We have this TV, that TV. What happened to the one in David's room? Or did you guys take that back to Des Moines?
Oh, I think we took it back.
Okay, so I thought we still had it somewhere around here. Okay, so we have 5 TVs, but that's pretty good.
Oh, we got
We're over halfway there.
I've got some.
But the thing is, how easy are they to transport?
Good
And
question.
you'd have to have enough room. But one of the other things is that they were hoping to make it so, or I think they said HDMI plus or something, which I guess is wireless video connectivity. But that's essentially the gist of I got what they were saying. Would be pretty much where you just have the box and it just connects to your TV.
That's gonna be something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, it's like the thing I like about it most is just it's going to use Steam. You know, I like
Yeah.
it that has that whole library of games to work from, plus all the ones I already have, and you know it's cool because some games in there I got to play with the controller anyway. Other ones not so much, but you know that way I have some variety. And I don't know, I just like the idea behind all of it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it actually does.
Yeah.
So
I'm still of the opinion that you can already do all this shit on your computer.
yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if Sega come back.
You know, I've been crossing my fingers because with all the console announcements coming out, I'm like, Sega, just say you're going to come back in. It'd be funny. It'd be awesome. It'd be great.
Even if it's just like a spoof. It'd be hilarious.
They come back in and it just fails.
No, they come back in with a video. At E3, they come back with a conference. Like a new system, like a lineup of games already, like a Vector Man 3, a new Sonic game that actually plays just like an old Sonic. There's beat up graphics like they did with like Sonic Episode 4. And like a new Power Stone game.
Oh, man, I'd love to
That
see
would be a
Power Stone.
fucking great spoof right there. Just like up to cinematics, and then like one guy just doing a controller type thing, just to put on the tension or just put on the act.
And then, like, just have it explode on stage. Like, that was the only one we had.
Damn it!
Fuck.
We didn't even have plans. We just built it.
We just built it.
We're just like, let's put this in here, and yeah, that's what we had.
We didn't think it would die right here.
Guess we had some heating issues.
Well, back to square one.
we weren't worried about a Red Rated Death happening, but this is a little much.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That would just be fucking awesome to see.
Like, I've always been under the opinion that Sega actually has been sort of more advanced in thinking compared to the other companies because they were the first ones to drop out of the console race when they realized it wasn't feasibly worth their time.
Yeah.
You know, it was cheaper and more effective, profitable-wise, to just make the games for every console and be like, okay, yeah, if people want to buy the games, great. We don't have to make a fucking shitty console to, you know, try to put everything on there exclusively.
But they did bring internet to it. That's their one biggest contribution is web browsing on a console.
Yeah.
Sony just took it a step further with online multiplayer.
Wasn't it Xbox that did that first?
The PlayStation 2
Yeah,
had an Ethernet cable able to be attached.
I think GameCube had that too. Except there's only like maybe 3 games that actually made use of it.
I think so.
Like, I know Mario Kart Double Dash had an online component, and I want to say a Kirby game did. I don't remember if it was Kirby Air Ride or not. And I think there was one other one. I don't remember what it was.
There were quite a few PlayStation 2s that had the I never took advantage of it. I never really saw the nice thing about that. And besides, at my house, we pretty much always had a wireless router. And the console wasn't really
Yeah, they didn't support that.
out there to plug it into the router.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But who knows? Maybe.
Now, I'm under the prediction that Sony's probably going to be in a bit of trouble this generation simply because the PS3 and the PS Vita have kind of been underperforming everyone's, demands.
Yeah.
I mean, the firmware updates, the clunky, unintuitive interface between the two of them, I mean, they're not terrible, but they need big improvements, and I think if they don't do something like that for PS4, whatever the fuck they want to call it, they might be in some trouble.
It's gonna
Well, you know they will.
And plus, a lot of the exclusives they used to have, like Silent Hill, Metal Gear, they've been putting them on their consoles. So it's like they don't even have that going for them anymore. Now it's just what's Sony's pretty much just like, okay, we gotta do something here.
Yeah, they do have some more exclusives coming their way, which I'm very thrilled about. Just The Last of Us and please God, Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Like,
We're at the last one. We're at the last installment with Dream Drop Distance. But come on, man. Last game.
now, another thing I want to point out is that I think Nintendo will be stable for a while, simply because they got those first-party ones they always bank on.
Oh God, yes.
But here's the thing. A lot of big titles that have been coming out recently, or at least coming soon, like I know Castlevania 2, Lords of Shadow, or whatever it is, and Crysis 3 aren't getting released on the Wii U port, or getting one anytime soon, because developers are like, oh, that's not really feasible for us. And you know, I'll admit those games are probably far enough in development where it's like making a port that late in the game wouldn't have been worth it. But I mean, I look back and like we have Mass Effect 3 for it, we have Arkham City for it. So I'm wondering if it's just laziness on developers' parts, or the fact they just don't want to support the Wii U, or what.
Probably not at the moment.
Or it might just be that they just
don't think it could go.
Or they just don't really care. Maybe they like
Well,
their ideas how they're going now, what consoles they have chosen.
Well, I'm just saying, wouldn't you want to reach a larger audience by making sure you include everything, not just two of them?
But the Wii U is going to have such a smaller audience, though.
It will, but I mean, still, you gotta at least put the effort out there, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's going to have a lot smaller audience, and
it might not make up for the work put into it.
And to make it work on, each successive console, you got to think there's that much work they have to put into it.
It's a whole nother thing they have to do for it.
And that's, who knows how much more money.
Yeah, like if people want to just use the regular controller, that's great. But then there's the touchpad.
Well, the thing is, you don't even need to incorporate the touchpad that much. Like, all you really need to do is just what Assassin's Creed did, just put the map on the bottom, and that's it. I mean, you don't even have to go that far. I think there was a couple games I've seen where all of it's just on the TV screen. All you do is just use the buttons on the touch screen or touchpad. That's it.
But, I mean, then they still incorporate the touchpad. Like, if someone just didn't want to do anything with the touchpad, what would they do then?
Yeah. You wouldn't do anything with the touchpad? That was what I just said.
Yeah, it's just the map. They just may have just a mini map on the touchpad, and that's it. So,
I mean, the other feature that they could do if they wanted to is just the ability to make it so it's not on the TV. You can just make it play on the thing there only. I mean, just visual thing, which is pretty cool if you want someone else to watch TV. Otherwise, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But I let those games slide because there's, like I said, probably far enough in development where it wouldn't have been feasible. However, if they don't have some bigger name third-party titles coming out or mention them by E3, I could see Nintendo being in a bit of a shakier situation than they want to be in.
Oh, all I have to say is Super Smash Bros. They're good.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, games like that will sell it, but how long can they keep that up for, honestly? That's what I'm trying to get at. Because, I mean, especially with Smash Bros. Brawl not being the best game that we could have gotten.
They need to take out the goddamn tripping.
It became the best game when you added Brawl Minus.
Well, I mean, yeah, the tripping broke it, but I just think there's a lot of stuff they took out from the previous games, like the, I missed board the platforms from the first game. They took out Race to the Finish. They made that crappy campaign, which, it was just repetitive and monotonous.
But it was optional, except to unlock characters.
And then the whole, I don't know, I just think that Brawl could have been a bit better. I mean, they got a lot of things right, but there's a lot of things they kind of just tripped up on, ironically.
Like tripping.
Yeah, I like tripping. But yeah.
Like, I was even happy with the inclusion of third-party characters. I'm like, you know what, Snake, Sonic, I'm cool with that. They're cool. Why not? I wouldn't mind seeing Mega Man in there, too. Get a little bit of that going.
I would have loved to see that.
Especially because Mega Man's never get any love from Capcom, so...
Oh, fuck, no.
I mean, Capcom's like, let's just make a shitty Resident Evil and go with that.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, has been, like, forums and shit, like, what kind of characters they want to implement. And, like, from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know.
Banjo-Kazooie wouldn't be bad either.
No, it wouldn't. Well, Cloud, of course, it's been in there since...
Cloud's never going to happen, though. I mean, a Final Fantasy character maybe, but not Cloud, because he was off the Nintendo brand, so...
Mm-hmm. So, I'd love to see Zero in it. Even though there's going to be a shit ton of clone characters, though.
I'm under the impression that you don't need to have those clone characters. Like, I think you could make everyone unique in some way where it would, and still have it be mostly balanced, where it wouldn't be that big a deal. Like, for as much credit as I gave PlayStation All-Stars for being kind of slow, everyone had a pretty varied moveset where it's like, it worked, you know? And I don't see why Smash Bros. Can't do something similar to that.
Well, it kind of worked, except the people who could still attack others at a longer range had a major advantage.
Oh god, yes.
Because in that game, the melee guys were usually just slow and way too close range to even compete against the guys who were just a little faster in long range.
But at the same time, though, consider Smash Bros. Where you still have long-range characters like that, but they get overcome easily by the short-range guys, because the short-range guys can typically be faster or know how to get around easier than other guys, or have reflect fucking shields like Fox.
Yeah,
so.
but in Brawl, it requires a little more skill to be able to do that, where in All-Stars, you can't really do it.
Yay! Button.
Well, see, what I'm saying is the variation of that with the skill of Brawl, you'd have a pretty solid game there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Only, I don't know, I want to sped up a little bit. Actually, for All-Stars, a lot of it, because that was quite slow. I mean, it looked good.
It looked really good to start out with, but I mean, if they put a little bit more faster pace, yeah.
I think if you didn't do stock matches is the thing. Like, stock matches are what slowed it down a bunch.
Oh, God. Or you have to use a special to kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Did not like that.
It's interesting.
Like, I appreciate the thought into it. I like the idea, but it wasn't implemented the best way possible.
No.
But I did like, and I want them to do it for Smash Bros. I like the idea of building up energy to do a big super special attack.
Yeah, like, exactly, like if you had a percent and a bar.
Because the Smash Ball, great idea, kind of retarded. Because it's like everyone goes after that ball, and then whoever gets it, usually Sonic or Fox, ends up just sheeping up the whole stage. It's like, you know what? It should take effort to get that. It should be a build-up over time, and then if like you're losing a bunch, I'd say that should bump your meter up more, because like that's your way of bringing it back up to you.
I'll step up a bit. Hey, what's up?
Steven just got a phone call.
Steven got a phone call. Bet you it was the Ghostbusters.
One thing I didn't like about Brawl, and I thinking back at Melee and the first one, is that the percents on the bottom are a little too big, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, just a bit smaller, because, I mean, they can easily be smaller and still easily readable.
Something I want to see do, because I hear they're going to make a version of Smash Bros. For the 3DS, the new one.
No.
Yeah, no. Hear me out. This is going to be interesting. Because there's going to be cross-play, possibly. Like what they have with the Vita and the PS3.
I don't like it.
Hear me out. What if they have those percentages and all that bullshit on those, like, touch screens or the touch pads? That way the top screen's clear of those percentages blocking the screen at all.
If you're playing single player, sure. If it's multiplayer,
no.
Then what are the other people going to do? They don't know any percents. They're fucked.
Why would you... You can actually take off the percents in certain modes.
Yeah, you can take them off, but people usually like to see the percents.
I don't.
But like I'm saying, it's just... They're a little too big. And see, I like to see them, because then you know when you should be playing defensively, or when you can just say, fuck it, I don't care, because I'm not going to die in 2 hits.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
No, I actually have not having percents, only because then it makes it so you kind of just have to, you know, work a little harder to guess and make sure you have to pretty much just be on defensive all the time, but still be willing to risk it. And it's not like you don't know your percentage, so I mean, there.
But if you can't see it, you don't know
It'd be
your
on
percentage.
the touch screens. It'd be... Because it can support the 2 gamepads, and like I said with the 3DS crossplay thing, you could have up to 4 players that way, probably.
But that would mean you'd need all those. And if you didn't, then still, it'd be, you know, like player 1 is like, I got the percentages, bitches.
Well, they don't. Well, I'm saying the players only have their own percentages, not everybody's. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Of course, it'd be easier with the Dreamcast, and every controller had those little touch screens on them.
The VMUs, baby.
Controller was a little large, though.
Brownie points if you know what VMU stands for.
Video something.
Video memory unit.
I knew the U was probably going to be a unit. I couldn't remember what the M was.
Yeah, video memory unit.
You hear that, Sega? We're fighting for you to make it again. Just do it.
Do it, faggot!
Oh, I miss Sega when they were at the top.
Or actually, just do the spoof. That's all. I would love to see that. Just do the teaser, and then just Die.
Because I'm gonna love it though if like fucking EA's like, what, you know what, Steam? We're Valve. We're gonna tip-top beat your own game. We're making the Origin console. What the fuck now? And then a week later, it's like no one gives a shit.
This is the Origin console, and then it gets released. Like, we've sold 12 copies in the past week. Good job, bitches.
We're on a roll.
We didn't even put anything in that fucker.
Like,
Has an integrated video card. You can't play shit.
like, don't get me wrong. I am not opposed to EA making Origin their own thing. I think it was a pretty interesting idea. What I am against though is just how they made it. From where I'm sitting, mostly out of spite with Valve, and they like, you know what, Valve, we love you guys, so we're taking all our toys back, and we're just gonna release it on our own thing. You can't have any. We don't want your smelly stuff. No, it's like, you know, if you guys want to be fair in the competition, let them have your stuff, ask for their stuff, have everyone be open about it. That way there's no exclusivity, and everyone's just like, whatever, we can do whatever service we want to use, and play whatever games you want on any service.
Then everyone's just gonna use Steam, because it's better.
Well, yeah. I'm not...
totally more customizable. Because Origin is shit.
Well, yeah, because Origin's fighting a losing battle anyway.
Because it's EA.
Fuck yeah.
Well, to me, Origin represents the Justice League and PlayStation All-Stars, where it's like, they're coming out several years, or multiple years after their competition. You know, All-Stars to Brawl, League to Avengers, and EA to Steam. It's like, you know, they came with these great ideas, and they're trying to compete with these big names, sure, but they should have been there a few years sooner when the competition really mattered, not after they've established themselves as the king of that particular thing.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say, EA came about a while before Steam, and then Steam comes out and it's like, fuck you guys, we win.
I'm talking about the online service, the Origin and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just hilarious how it's like, we're going to compete. It's like, we can't really compete because we're under-equipped and retarded.
So, yeah.
I feel better.
That's good. That's good.
Huh.
So what else we got?
Well, we never found conversation the other day that we thought we'd bring up in the podcast. Do we want to continue it?
Okay, sure. I'm going to ask you a question.
What's up?
If you could clone yourself and have your clone be subservient to you, would you?
Let's start with one step at a time. If you could clone yourself, would you do it?
Fucking right.
Okay.
If you could clone yourself and have your clone be subservient to, would you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a little iffy. I'd probably only really do that for 1 or 2 clones. But yeah, I'd do it. And then you could have that clone work for you and shit, make all the money, and you just do whatever.
Oh, dude, I rotate shifts on WoW. I've already thought of this.
But see, then you could just clone yourself, and it wouldn't need to be subservient to you.
See, I couldn't do the subservient clone thing simply because I couldn't stand out having them have free will. Like, they're a person. They should have free will. They should be able to do exactly what I can do.
The thing I'm saying is, they would have pretty much free will.
No.
The only thing is that they have a very strong predilection to doing what you tell them.
See, but that still limits their free will in some way. I would be opposed to that. I would say they should have unquestionable free will entirely. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. And I've also thought about it a little more. I probably wouldn't actually go through the cloning thing. Not because it's wrong or anything, but because I don't think that would be... with all 3 of us working, like rotating who actually works, that we'd be able to make enough money to feed even 1 more clone, let alone 2.
So what about you? Would you make clones that listen to you?
Dude, they'd be like the perfect gaming partner. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I already thought about this.
Just 4 games, yeah, they would.
Yes, they'd be the ultimate competition.
And you'd be like, cover me, and they'd be like, got it.
You don't even need to speak, you're genetically linked.
Like, as far as gaming goes, yeah, I could see that, because then it's like you could just have all 4 of you play Left 4 Dead. It's like, oh, we know how to do this perfectly.
Exactly.
No issue.
You don't have any fuck-ups. It'd be great.
Although, what if all 4 of you wanted to take the lead? Then you're fucked.
I'll play you for it. Then we all know where each other's at. Shit.
I would always say whoever won the last game of whatever we played, like, for example, we play Smash Bros. First, it's like, okay, whoever wins Smash Bros. Gets to make all the calls.
Everyone plays the same character, everyone dies at the same time.
Fuck! God damn it! We're not gonna get anywhere with this.
That reminds me of this
rematch.
That reminds me of this Let's Play I saw earlier today. It's called Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
Yeah, it's this game where it's a fighting game. Shaquille O'Neal's one of the main characters, obviously, and there's a bunch of other random characters that have no bearing on basketball or Shaquille O'Neal or anything. Just random characters like a fucking demon monster and a wizard. Doesn't make any sense. But the two guys at the very end of the video is like, okay, we're going to do the ultimate battle. Shaq versus Shaq. And when they were playing it, they were mirroring each other for the longest time, and it was hilarious to watch it.
I just hope they don't do like a fucking three-throw contest. Yeah.
Well, no, what happened was they would like flip into the air and kick each other and knock each other down and just do it over and over again. It was ridiculous.
I like doing that in games. Complete on accident, you're like, God damn it!
Well, no, it's funny because I played Soul Calibur 2 a lot when I was in high school, and my buddy Adam and I, we would always play Nightmare because he was our best character at the time.
He's also the coolest.
And we had a match once. We went to 5 wins. We both had the healing weapon, and the match took us maybe a half an hour to actually have someone to be declared the winner overall.
Oh god.
Because like for the first couple rounds, we would just hit each other, but we would like just keep bouncing off each other's swords because we just knew how to play the character so well, and we just kept doing the same thing.
That's horrible.
It was horrible, but amazingly hilarious.
God damn.
But I think he ended up winning just because I just couldn't bear with it by the end of it. I'm like, this is too long.
You know, that just reminds me of like a really old fighting game. I think it was on like the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation, where you know, in those old games, we're just holding back blocked.
Oh god, like Street Fighter.
But if you hit it, I think it was Street Fighter, but you hit it at the perfect time, you will reflect projectiles.
Yes.
And so one person launches a projectile, then all of a sudden you're both stuck. You're both just blocking at the perfect time, repeatedly, and the projectile just bounces back and forth, waiting for someone to fuck up.
Yep.
That was fun, but annoying as hell.
Now, speaking of fighting games, there's one coming out here later this year. Have you guys heard of Injustice: Gods Among Us?
Nope.
I've heard it mentioned.
It is a fighting game by the guys who made the Mortal Kombat vs. DC, so I'm a little skeptical there because that game wasn't the best, but apparently it's a fighting game that incorporates just DC characters. Like you've got Green Lantern, Superman, Flash, Cyborg, Nightwing, Lex Luthor, yeah, for some reason he's in there, Joker, Harley Quinn's in there, I think I saw Poison Ivy, I don't remember for sure, Bane, and a bunch of other characters. I've seen some gameplay, looks pretty interesting. Like, for example, it has an interactive environment where, let's say, for example, there's a car there that you can interact with, right? Now, if you're Nightwing and you're by the car, you can have him jump off the car behind the other character and kick him. You know, use his little stealth and whatnot for that. If you're Superman, you'll pick up the car and smash the other player with it.
Nice, I like it.
So everyone's got a fairly different playstyle based off, you know, various assets of their character.
See, I hope that weapons are allowed and you can play as Joker and fight Nightwing and have a crowbar. Maybe take some pictures.
First you and me, and then me and the kid, and then the crowbar.
Yeah, just like with with Mortal Kombat, if you did like a certain move, well, a certain combo, you pull out a weapon.
But in this, it's just the Joker, and he has a crowbar, and it only comes out when you're fighting Nightwing.
I hope there's actually like a Robin alternate costume for Nightwing, just so that makes it even funnier.
And you get an achievement.
Like, what would the achievement be? Under the Red Hood? Just because it's referenced in the movie?
Sure.
But no, like the game so far looks pretty solid. I'm hoping it does well. Hopefully, I'll probably try it out when it comes out, just so I can see if it is as shitty as Marvel or Mortal Kombat vs. DC, or if it's actually a step up. We'll see. But so far, it looks good. Costumes look like they're from that new 52 lineup, so that's awesome. Because I saw Superman and he didn't have his red underwear, so I'm like, oh, okay, they're using the new costume. Got it.
Or maybe they just wanted him to take off his underwear for once.
Yeah.
He was wearing pants still, so.
So why were you looking down there?
I was looking at the whole costume. I could just see all blue, and then the red was all on top, so.
So his underwear are on his head now.
Wow.
He said it's all on top.
Yeah.
He's got
I don't
protect
judge.
it.
I don't judge, man.
You judge.
I am hoping though.
My opinion changes.
I am hoping though that one of these days people just get the idea to be like, okay, we've done Marvel versus Capcom, we've done DC versus Mortal Kombat. What's something we haven't? Oh, DC versus Marvel. We should do that. No, that'd make money. Let's not do that. It's stupid.
Everyone.
Everyone. That's Mugen. That's just Mugen Fighter.
Yes, they'll release an official, everyone sponsor version of that game with constant DLC.
Dude,
and just hundreds of playable characters.
I would play that game nonstop. That sounds so awesome. Like, I've seen gameplay with people playing Deadpool in that game. That's like the funniest shit ever.
Although, there'd be constant balance changes.
Oh god, yeah.
Just like daily, just...
I wouldn't care because I could still play as Deadpool versus Ronald McDonald, and that would be enough. I could play as Venom versus fucking Poison from, I forget what the game was. I think it was Tekken or something like that. Some old fighting game.
I don't know. Why not play as one of the dudes from Double Dragon against, like, I don't know,
Dude,
whoever, because you can.
I could play as Goku versus Towelie. Come on. Come on there. That'd be awesome. Stupid as
Goku
shit, but
versus
awesome.
Superman.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you guys hadn't caught it yet, we're going to go ahead and do a free advertisement for that just because it's fun. Screw Attack released their newest death battle, hopefully by the time this comes out. Goku versus Superman. We haven't seen it yet. Supposed to be a half-hour long or something like that. I'll probably have to check it out.
It's totally going to be delayed.
They delayed it, but they announced earlier today, at the time of recording, that they are going to release it tonight. So I am going to probably check that out after this or after the game or whatever.
Watch it get
Goku
delayed.
wins. Goku wins.
He should win.
Dude, Super Saiyan 2 should just kick his ass.
See, but the thing is, I don't know enough about Superman to comfortably say that Goku wins. I could almost guarantee that Superman has some trump card I know fucking nothing about.
Like, he might have that, but at the same time, Goku still has Super Saiyan 3... and 4, and Kaioken.
Kaio what?
And
Kaio what?
and, being charged up or not.
Dude, Kamehameha and Spirit Bomb. If he gets Spirit Bomb with Superman, done. Sorry, but no.
See, no, I don't think Spirit Bomb would work because it didn't work on Vegeta, and it didn't work on Frieza. Why would it work on Superman?
Worked on Boo.
But that took a really long time for that to work. I mean, come on. I still
Third time's the charm, man.
Okay, well then Superman's 4, that wouldn't work.
Well, then he could just... The instant teleport?
Yeah, he has instant teleport.
Yeah.
Superman
And
can
he doesn't
fly
even need to do that anymore. He just does
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And Superman can fly at the speed of light. I mean, come on.
So can Goku.
Faster.
Yeah, I mean, they can...
So he can fly FTL then.
They can both... It's been said, they can both go FTL.
Yeah.
I mean, Goku does it when he fights people because they just fucking disappear.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm hoping the
Superman
episode's...
doesn't do it that much.
I'm hoping the episode's up after this because now I'm actually kind of jazzed to actually watch it because it looks like it'd be pretty cool.
It's... Goku wins, hands down.
I'm still mad at an earlier death battle they did though was Spider-Man versus Batman. Who do you think won that one?
Batman.
Spider-Man won.
Yeah,
What?
Spider-Man won. See,
Bullshit.
what happened was, and I kind of agree that Spider-Man would win because he has that sixth sense of spider sense, and he's got all that webbing and all those strength. I mean, he has the abilities that Batman can measure up to.
I'd say it's more that he has the sixth sense and the resilience, whereas
Batman's just a normal guy who whose element of surprise is ruined by that sixth sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, the sixth sense is there only to protect Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help him attack somebody.
Well, not necessarily, because they actually did mention in the video that it gives him, like, not just a warning of danger, but it gives him, like, a fully awareness of all of his surroundings.
So it just gives him spatial awareness.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Batman could realize the fight's not going so good, I'm fucking out of here.
But then what do you do then? You know, the fight to the death, you can't just run away from that. Like,
he'll Batman it.
I will say this much.
Batman.
I will say this much. If Batman had time to prepare, yeah, Spider-Man's out. But the death battle rule was neither of them got time to prepare. Otherwise, they'd both have time to prepare, and fair way that way. So, but I will say though, in the battle, there was a part where Spider-Man just gets him super webbed up and then launches himself at Batman. But the thing is, I know Batman's got like little blades hidden all over him to cut stuff like that, and his blades can cut almost anything. So I imagine he would have been able to get out of that without too much problem. So I think the battle should have at least gone a little longer than that.
Yeah, that was the end. Spider-Man just webbed him the shit up and then slingshotted himself through Batman.
Oh, shit. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Kind of reminded me of Batman vs. Predator comic.
Actually, what's funny is you mentioned that. I just recently watched a video, I think posted on Facebook. It's this video called Batman Dead End, where it's a fan video. Batman's chasing Joker, that he beats the crap out of him a little bit. And then Joker's like, oh, you need me, and, his usual maniac rant. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a xenomorph just appears and takes Joker away. And then Batman's like, the fuck? And then another xenomorph comes in, tackles Batman down, it's about to eat him. And all of a sudden, this Predator shows up, blasts the alien, and then Batman and the Predator have a tussle. And it's like, just what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Predator beats the shit out of Batman.
Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But-
It would.
But see, in the video I watched, Batman actually beats this Predator, only to have 3 more show up, and he's like, fuck. But the Predator's like, they are making a move yet, because they see the Xenomorphs are showing up behind Batman. It's like, oh man, stand up, who's gonna win this one? And it just cuts off.
Yeah. Yeah. The comic book, Batman vs. Predator, was fucking awesome. Predator beats the shit out of Batman. Like, he's in, like, all casts and shit. Batman comes back he prepares for the Predator now. He had time to prepare, like, suited armor with, like, all life support on there, just beats the hell out of the Predator. Predator, like, his family comes out, or his race comes out and, like, gives him a sword or something for accomplishing.
So pretty much Batman had to build this, like, massive suit of, like,
just
powered
a thick
armor.
See, here's the thing about Batman. If you can kill him in the first go, good, because that's the only time you'll be able to kill him. If he gets away and comes back, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, because then he'll know everything he needs to know to take you out when he sees you again.
So, yeah, that's what that. So I thought that was kind of cool. But
You know, that's why if you don't kill Batman the first go,
you're fucked the next
just go somewhere else for a while.
Just go to Mexico or fucking Russia. Just stop even
Russia.
trying.
Go to Russia. Don't go to Mexico. He'd go to Mexico.
He'd probably go to Mexico. He went to fucking Japan in the movie.
But
So
Batman would not go to Russia. He'd be like, fuck that. No need for Russia.
it's too cold.
It's too cold. Alright, well, moving on.
Moving on. Trying to think of some other big news that happened this week. Consumer Electronics Show kind of covered that. Pokemon covered that.
This chair keeps moving.
This chair is moving.
My chair keeps moving. Why?
That's why you keep one foot on the ground.
Oh.
Another bit of news.
It also spins pretty well.
Another bit of news we'll probably wrap up on is the Southington SOS thing. That's supposed to happen the day before this podcast comes out. But a news article came up saying that they have officially canceled that.
Good.
The official can't say what?
The Southington SOS thing.
Where they're gonna burn all the...
Oh, thank God.
Violent
They're
shit.
stupid.
But the message they put out when they canceled it said thusly, they got their message across with their announcement, and that's why they're canceling it. Because all they wanted to do was have people talk about it and not actually have
Put up
anything
or
happen.
shut up. That's...
Oh no, I agree. I think the whole thing's still stupid. I just think it's funny they're trying to cop out with that.
Yeah. Put up or
you know
shut
what?
up.
Violent video games don't make me violent. People
Lag
like
does.
that make me violent.
Lag makes me violent.
I don't really
Violent
care
video
about
games that make me violent. These steroids too.
the people who complain about violent video games make me want to be violent.
Yeah, especially the dumbass parents that buy these things for their children, then turn around and say, your game's made them violent. Unless you want to be that badass uncle for the little guy, for the little people. Youngsters.
Badass uncle, you're like, yeah, I bought him that video game. I also played that video game.
With them.
Am I violent? Well, yeah, but...
I punched out that paparazzi. That's completely different.
Yeah, I may have raped that woman, but that was like ages ago.
That was before I played this game.
Yeah, that was before.
That
I
was
played this game.
That
now-
was after I played Tentacle Bento though. So
Tentacle Bento.
And then you're like, see, this game made me peaceful. I took out my violence in the game
Kind of.
on my nephew. I beat the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's why he has all those repressed anger issues.
Nah.
Nah, he's cool.
He's cool with it. I bought him a teddy bear. He's fine.
But yeah, I think that's most of the news this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's happened or coming out or going on. Anyone else have anything they want to add on that I may have missed?
Django's a good movie.
Shut up. This past week, for those who are fans of Rooster Teeth but are completely unaware of what's going on, they put their RTX tickets on sale for like $50 for the weekend and $30 for each day. So if anyone's interested in that, you should go check it out. I know I'm going to probably try to go to that. So yeah, thought I'd throw that out there.
Also,
Sounds
another
good.
thing of Rooster Teeth, Panics. Panics is also a good series from them.
That's a great series. Yeah, it was short but good.
Yeah, people acting normal in crazy ass situations.
I did watch Strangerhood a little bit. Didn't get into that one quite as much as I wanted to, but it was all right.
Yeah.
You know, recently actually I remembered something. Stalker Online.
What about
I
it?
think I mentioned that in the green light.
You did mention the green light.
I just want to bring it up. Like, you know the Stalker games?
Yes.
You do?
Kind of.
Kind of. You should play them.
Don't quote me though.
They are some pretty awesome games. The thing about Stalker Online is that it's somewhat like them, but it's different. It really has nothing to do with the games that are already out, which upsets me.
It's out. Okay, you're done. We're done with the podcast.
Okay, podcast is over. Goku and Superman is officially out as we speak, so we're gonna say fuck you guys for watching this. Thanks for listening. This is Aaron.
This is a dolphin.
I hate you.
And this is Steve.
And see you next week.